Close your eyes, visualize, and repeat after me.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Tony Max. Y'all know I do it to the max. Coming back at y'all again with another fantastic episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real-life issues that affect real-life people in real everyday life. Well, in today's issue, you guys, we're going to discuss part 3 of Never Move In with a Modern Black Woman. And gosh, I didn't know it was going to turn into a doggone series, but here's the reason why. I've been having some conversation with the guys that have been in my comment section about the previous 2 videos, and apparently there are some other components that I'm going to have to discuss regarding this. So, hope you got your pen and your pad. You ready? Come on, let's dig in. Okay, you guys, never move in with a modern black woman. Never move in with a modern woman, period. Never move in with a woman, period. Okay, the first 2, I'm with them totally. And within the confines of potential emasculation of us as men, I have to, this is the third question of never move in with a woman. That's a slippery slope. Here's why. Let's me give you guys a scenario, right? Let's say you have this handsome guy, right? He's on his grind, taking care of his business. He's very driven, very ambitious, plans, goals, etc. Works out, whole 9 yards, right? However, he's not financially at the level that he wants to be as of yet. Or let's just say that he's in the 6 figures. So he's good. He's content but not complacent, if you can understand that. Okay? So at the gym one day, he runs across this very attractive sister, and she doesn't know his financial background, he doesn't know hers, but this happens to be one of the upper echelon gym memberships or gyms. So she finds him attractive, he finds her attractive. He approaches, she accepts, they exchange numbers, they begin communication. Obviously, the common meeting place is the gym. So they speak casually throughout the workout. After the workout, they go out and begin to have, lunch, whatever, set up a few dates for dinner. As they're in the process of getting to know each other, let's fast forward it a few weeks, and now he discovers that she's a millionaire. He's in the upper 6 figures, let's just say close to 200, maybe, yeah, close to 200,000, and he's doing okay for himself. He's doing all right, and she's a millionaire. She has a business, whatever that business may be. Let's say it's selling products online, a cosmetic. Maybe she has a makeup website or something where that's how she became a millionaire. Okay, so she's already living in a mansion or a pretty big house above his finances. Okay, fast forward, but she's a traditional woman. She's just a woman who happens to have a business that's very successful. So they begin to date each other, everything goes great, they fall in love with each other, and now the conversation becomes marriage. We're talking 6 months in. What do we do? How do we navigate this thing? Okay. She can downgrade and get a smaller house that would be more fitting for his financial status. He already has a nice house, let's say maybe $500,000 home, right? And really, when it really comes down to it, how much space do you really need? How big of a home do you really need? I mean, come on, guys, really. But just putting it on that level, let's just say, and she's already comfortable where she is, right? Well, how does this work? Does she sell her home to move in with him? Or do you guys think it would be more acceptable for him to sell his home for him to move in with her? Now, moving in with a modern woman is always a problem, regardless. And any and every man's man should always have his own, period. Now, Because they're in a relationship, and a serious relationship, and because she's a traditional woman, then emasculation and all of the problems, all of the headaches, all of the drama that comes with a modern-minded black woman are not even present. So here's the translation of that. If this man were to rent his house, his current house out, or sell it, or whatever it is that they agreed to do, or whatever he wanted to do, and move in to her bigger house, that's not going to be a problem at any level, any degree. Matter of fact, I could even see her putting him on the deed of the house after they get married. So it's both of their own. Why? Because they've gotten married and she's no longer who she used to be. Now her name, instead of being Tracy Jones, her name is now Tracy Watson. So on the deed of the house, now it's Johnny and Tracy Watson. Why? Because she understands that this is just the man's role as a man, period. That's just how it goes. Now, if the woman is moving in with the man, now he's not going to put her name on the deed of the house, or he might. That's a good question. That's a good question. And the reason why I say that is because she's his wife. We're not talking, oh, well, gee, Tony Max, what if they did a divorce? And then what? Bro, look, if they get a divorce and she's his wife, it's not going to matter whether her name is on the title of the house or not. You know why? Because she has the kids, so she's more than likely going to get the house anyway. So in a marriage, everything becomes one. And I'm glad I just said that, because now I'm thinking about the process of that. So whether she moves in with him or he moves in with her, they're still one family unit, one marriage. We're not thinking about any negativity as far as divorce. Divorce is not a part of the conversation. So only within the context of divorce is not a part of this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an option. This is not part of the conversation. Whatever happens, we're going to work through it and get better, because she's going to do the work, and because he's going to do the work on himself, she's going to do the work on herself, and God is going to be at the top. He's the head of man, and man is the head of woman. So man reports to God, she reports to man, unless there's a conflict, and then in which situation she reports to God and asks God to fix the situation, and then goes back to the normal of reporting to man. That's the order, the structure of the family unit. Children fall under mother and father. Mother and children fall under the discipline of father and husband. This is how this is supposed to go. So here's my point. How much money she has and how much money he has is irrelevant. The way things are supposed to work, just saying, supposed to work according to God, is that there's not supposed to be any divorce in the first place. Unless she goes out and she cheats. Unless he cheats. That's why loyalty and trust are the highest qualities, most desired and sought for qualities in any relationship. Whether it's a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship or whether it's a marriage. That's all. I mean, this is even sought for in businesses. Trust and loyalty and respect. Trust, loyalty, and respect. If you have these, you have everything. So we need to get our minds away from divorce. And if he do this, I'm gonna divorce him, and if she do that, I'm gonna divorce her. And when I say that, I'm only speaking of the no fault divorce. That's trash. That's just trash, because if you loved her and she loved him enough to get married in the first place, we would think, logic would dictate that you've already calculated the potential discrepancies that comes up, the potential adversities that will crop up in any relationship that is long-term for the rest of your life. I think people are more in love with the idea. They're more enamored with the idea of marriage than the actual marriage itself. The person, the contract, the agreement of marriage. This is forever, man. You're not supposed to get divorces. Oh, how do you know, Tony Max? You've never been married? Yeah, true that. And that's the reason why I've never been married. Because I'm extremely picky, because I understand that this is a forever relationship. And look, I don't play for a little while. I'm playing for keeps. So, with that being said, hey, thank y'all for coming. Thanks for the continued love and support. I hope y'all learned something, got something out of that. I appreciate the love and support, man. We getting up there. Thanks for all the subscriptions. I appreciate y'all very much so. If you're on your laptop or your PC in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the ways to support. I do R&B music as well as a few other styles of music. If you like what you hear in the background, that's one of the songs that I've done. You can support the channel by clicking in the upper right-hand corner and making a purchase, or other ways to support as well. If you're on your phone or your tablet, below the video, you'll see the ways to support. If you click on show more or read more, you'll see the different links where you can support the channel. With that being said, thank you guys for the continued love and support. I really appreciate you guys. Till next we meet. Peace and progress to you, baby. Mwah. As you lick and kiss my chest slowly,